Hi, I'm Cameron Whitley, and you're watching the East Daily Download.
I like it. That's great. Let's do it.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
That's right.
This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across, I'd say east normally, but this puzzle that does not seem to want to be completed. This is what it's supposed to look like. So it should theoretically help me. So I have a, one that is in this shape. So I can look and see where those holes are and plug them accordingly. However, I've got this big piece of real estate right here and right here, which are going to take a little bit of work because there's a lot of pieces that need to be filled in. So we've got a big task ahead for us today. So we're gonna get that done. And by the end of the show, one way or the other, this puzzle is going to be done. You do not wanna see another episode of doing this puzzle. I don't wanna do another episode of doing the puzzle. We wanna get this up to the studio as a prop in the background for the new Studio E. And so we're looking forward to that. So why don't we do this? Why don't we check out this first story? I'm gonna keep working on the puzzle. When we come back, I'll be a little further along. If all this goes according to plan, every time you see me till the end, I'll be further along and then I'll be done. So let's do that, and I'll see you here in a little bit on the East Daily Download.
Now downloading Down Eats.
So the one thing that is a little different from the old SoCo is we have a full bar. So we have a very nice signature cocktail menu, changes with the season. And then we held over the tasting menu that we used to do in Wilson. So it's a 4-course tasting menu. You get to pick one thing from each course.
We were going to offer some small plates and then also offer some larger entrees. Well, in the first weekend we did, 110, 120 people, and I think I sold like 3 entrees. Everybody wanted to do the tasting option, which means as the structure we have now, we've got 4 courses. You've got 2 or 3 options for each course. You pick one, and it changes pretty frequently. I may change a couple of dishes every week, so it keeps it interesting for people, but it was less that we wanted to stick with the tasting. I mean, we love that structure, but the people kind of decided where that was going to go.
But the fun thing about a tasting menu, and I think why people really enjoy it, it's different because there are a lot of things that you might not normally order on a second course, say, but you're like, well, that's okay. I've got 3 other courses. I'm going to try something new. And I think that's what we were sort of known for at the last place, was introducing people to some things that they might not ordinarily try. And then we did also keep the wine pairings. So we offer a wine pairing with each course to just sort of elevate the whole dining experience.
There are a few ingredients that I really enjoy working with. Pork belly is one that people see a lot, but honestly, I get kind of excited about any good ingredients that we have access to. So I'm afraid to fall in love with something because I know as soon as I do, I'm going to make myself change it.
But I think also one thing to note is each course has a vegetarian option, and it's nice because sometimes he has to work a little harder to make the vegetarian stuff really, really tasty.
I like making the vegetarian stuff, maybe more, because you can get a lot of that umami out of the proteins, whether it's scallops or fish or pork, beef. And I love those dishes, but it's more of a challenge, and I think a lot of chefs feel that way, that there's a little more fun in building a good, delicious vegetarian dish, because you can't just throw bacon on it. So there's a cauliflower and chickpea dish on the menu right now that sort of speaks to that. I worked a lot to get that to where I want it.
So as far as the pandemic and trying to keep diners safe, we are separating tables. We actually are able to do that quite easily because our rooms are separated. So we put people in the 4 corners of the rooms. We have patio seating, and we're able to keep people separated outside, and I think a lot of people feel more comfortable dining outside right now. Of course, we sanitize and wash our hands, and we all wear face shields during service, so we try to keep everybody, the employees and our diners, safe. We are actually going to be adding brunch on Sunday because we see that there's a missing spot for that. I think we want brunch really badly.
When I'm in this restaurant, the one thing I'm always grateful for is not just the location that we're actually here in Greenville, But like I said, the support we've had from before we even met the house and fell in love with it, the Chamber of Commerce has been absolutely amazing. As neighbors, the community's really come together. I mean, it's not just the people that come here to eat, from the city managers, from the mayor's office, from citizens in Winterville and Greenville. We've really felt nothing but love.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day is off to a good start. And nope, that's not right. And hope you are not doing a puzzle like I am right now, because it'll make you want to rip your hair out sometimes. Sometimes it's great, other times it's frustrating. I made a little bit of progress since we last met, but I still have these patches here. I was also wrong when I thought I had 50 or 60 pieces left. It was 92, just to let you know. We're getting there. This is a positive. But again, and I organized everything by shape, which has helped a lot and sped things up, especially when you see sections that have, you know, a 3-piece or a 3-prong or, you know, a 4-prong. That makes things a lot easier having those organized where you don't have to look for them, or something with an interesting shape like, nope, that looked like it fit, but it does not fit. It does fit, but it's wrong. That's another thing. A lot of times you get these puzzle pieces that look like they're right, but they are not. So, let's see. Oh, so close. I'm trying to, you know, make this all dramatic and then pull it out at the end here before we go back to the next story, but I might not be able to do that this time. Nope. Oh yes, check this story out and I'll see you in a little bit here on the East Daily Download.
During this pandemic, health is at the forefront of everyone's mind, and we are working with Blue Cross of North Carolina specifically to help improve communities across the state. And that's really especially important, specifically in North Carolina. The Latinx population has been disproportionately affected by COVID-19. And we are encouraging everyone to adhere to the 3 W's, to wash your hands, wear a mask, wait 6 feet apart, because we know that unfortunately heart disease and stroke patients are at an even higher risk for complications with COVID-19.
And there are a few outreach programs that you have going on now. Can you tell us about those?
Sure. So right here in the Triangle, we are working with El Centro to ensure that the Latinx population hears our health messaging in Spanish. And so we are working to ensure that promotores de salud, there's 10 volunteers who are out into the community sharing our heart health messaging, whether it's knowing CPR, managing blood pressure, increasing physical activity, and moving more throughout the day to inspire a healthier, longer life. And in the Triad community, we're working with 8 barbershops and beauty salons to increase awareness around hypertension, specifically in African American communities. And in Charlotte, similar to here in the Triangle, we're working to equip over 400 volunteers out in the community to help spread the message with a Promotores de Salud program, with the message of, you know, move more, be well, eat healthy. And that's our focus across the state, is to ensure healthier, longer lives.
That's amazing. What are some things that people can do on their own at home to make sure that their heart is healthy?
Sure. We want everyone to understand that, you know, mental health is really important right now, and that mental health is connected to physical health. So take time for yourself and, you know, find those opportunities to de-stress, to move more. We know that if you are moving and you're active throughout the day, that you have better outcomes. We also want you to choose healthy options when you can at home, and to be up, you know, looking out for healthy opportunities to, you know, cook better recipes with your family. So, you know, those are some of the simple ways when you're at home to be able to ensure a healthy, long life.
Do you have any recommendations on how often we should get checkups with our doctors?
Well, I encourage everyone to go seek medical care certainly if they have any concerns about their heart health. We know that women need to know that heart disease is her #1 cause of death, and it's an important message for everyone to know that the biggest risk factor is blood pressure, and half of the US population has high blood pressure, which puts us at higher risk for heart disease and stroke. And so that is a big message, is know your numbers.
Where do you see your organization going in the next couple months with Blue Cross's help?
So we've been fortunate with Blue Cross of North Carolina to equip communities with micro grants. So we've been able to distribute funds for communities across, North Carolina and the Triad and the Triangle and then Charlotte. And we're reinvesting in an additional round of mini grants right now, actually. And so those will help local organizations who are working to impact heart health and COVID-19 relief.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download, still working on the puzzle. Oh, I saw, nope, doesn't fit. That's the case sometimes with these, is they don't quite fit even though they look like they might. But it's gone really well, made a lot of progress, so that's a big positive. And you know what else is a positive? Let me do a quick pitch here. The WNCT mobile app is a big positive. If you want to get your local news, local weather, and the East Daily Download, which is also local, you get that, and you can watch this show on the go wherever you are, so you can see me doing this puzzle from your mobile device wherever you might be. Maybe you're at a puzzle conference and you want to watch the puzzle show. Is that a thing? It probably is. Anyway, also the WNCT.com website, there's a download tab where you can watch this or any episode of the show. And we're on social media. That's Facebook and Instagram. Use the hashtag East Daily Download. And we have an email address. Do people still use email? I think they do. Download at WNCT.com. Send Angie Casada your questions for Q&A with AQ, which is on Wednesdays. It's a good time. And I'm trying to get this all done here. Speaking of good time, I have two pieces stuck together here. And I see what looks like might be the spot for them. Aha! Yes. Okay, good. Oh, and then that opens up this. No, that's not right. Nope, that's not right either. Nope, that's not it either. That's the problem with puzzles, is something looks like it might be right and then it turns out to be wrong. And then you're just frustrated by it. But that did work there. Okay, check this story out and I'll be back here in a little bit and we will finish this bad boy up, okay?
We have two emotionally damaged young men here. With the advent of Meghan, that was what provoked the really big break.
William was so upset with the speed of Harry falling for Meghan that the book claims he actually called on Diana's brother for a summit called the Spencer Intervention.
It's a pretty bold move to go and get Diana's brother Charles to bring him in to quote unquote try to talk some sense into Harry.
Harry rejected William's model. He knew what he wanted. He loved this woman. And he was going to marry her.
In his new book, Battle of Brothers, Robert Lacey writes, there is more behind Prince William's royal smile.
A lot of people close to the scene would say, well, you know that William has a temper. He would get angry with his father, Charles, when he didn't feel that Charles was doing the right thing as a future king.
William's hot head apparently came into play when he, the Queen, Charles, and Harry were scheduled to meet this past January to hash out details of Megxit.
Harry went to the lunch. William was so furious, he refused to go to the lunch. There is certainly a school of thought. William and Kate were not happy at the way in which these royal rock stars, Harry and Meghan, overshadowed them, and that they're quite happy now to see them out of the country.
And we'll have much more on the next Entertainment Tonight. I'm Nichelle Turner. Now back to you.
Now downloading Conversations with.
So what was the driving factor behind I need to make it happen? Was there some pivot point that happened that made you say, you woke up one morning and said, this is it today, I'm doing it? Or were you just in your office there and you were looking at the blank screen and said, okay, this has to happen? What was the driving factor on that?
I got tired of my excuses.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
And I decided I could keep doing that and keep making up a bunch of reasons why I couldn't do it, or it was time to give it a real shot. And so for me, it was a challenge to say, if this is something that's really important to you, why are you putting it off?
Well, there's a great phrase, like you, I come from a writing background, and, Alice and I worked together in Charlotte at a TV station. She was on the news side, I was on the marketing side. And so we were both writing in different kind of formats. So, did your background as a writer in news help, or did it hinder this?
Well, obviously they're completely different styles.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why I was so uncomfortable with the idea, because I knew I was good at news. I didn't know if I would be good as an author, and if anybody would want to make this story come to reality.
Yeah.
So I would say probably what helped me more is growing up in a big family, is my background in theater. Now, obviously, I have a command of the written word. That helped, but really the styles are so different, and that's part of the reason for me that this was an interesting process, is because I had to really use different skills.
Now downloading Caring for Carolina Nonprofit Spotlight.
I have been with the American Cancer Society for 10 years in November, actually, so getting ready to celebrate that anniversary. I am a senior community development manager, so I cover a territory of counties doing fundraising events and just connecting volunteers to the American Cancer Society.
Nice. Okay. And I know in terms of the event that's coming up, can you tell me about the virtual silent auction? What's happening with that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as so many people are experiencing the effects of the coronavirus and the pandemic nationwide, we've all had to shift kind of our daily jobs and what that looks like. And so for us, we decided to create a virtual silent auction. It is a first-year event, so we've never done it before. And it is called Bid to Give Hope from Home. And it's going to be the November 12th through November 14th. The really unique thing about this auction, as far as a lot I've seen, is it's for all of Central and Eastern North Carolina.
What type of things can people expect, and how can people get involved?
Sure. So as far as items, really it's ran the gamut, and that's been kind of the fun part. We have everything from golf at Pinehurst number 9 to a year's worth of toilet paper and paper towels. Which, what could be more 2020 than that auction item, right?
Exactly. I love that.
Most of us are wishing we could have bid on that back in March. So we have autographed sports memorabilia. We have car wash gift certificates. Everything you can think of, really.
Wow. Okay. And then how can people get involved with the silent auction?
So if they are interested in being a sponsor or donating an item, they can contact me. And my name is Cameron Whitley, and my email address is cameron.whitley@cancer.org. And if they are interested in supporting the auction by visiting it and bidding on it, they can find us one of two ways on Facebook. And it's going to be facebook.com/Give Hope From Home. Or the auction website is in the short link, it's a bit.ly link. So it's going to be bit.ly/bid to give hope.
Now with COVID, we're all at home. You're trying to make sure people stay safe with that. Why is it important to still donate or to still try to help with the American Cancer Society?
The biggest thing is that even in the midst of this global pandemic, cancer has not stopped. People are still being diagnosed with cancer. People are still experiencing cancer treatments, surgeries, and more. The money raised through the silent auction, as well as the other events for the rest of the year, will go to support the mission of the American Cancer Society, which includes things like early detection, education. November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month. So you'll see a lot about the importance of quitting smoking, because we know that causes cancer now. It additionally funds our programs and services like our 1-800 number, which is a 24-hour a day, 7-day a week 365 day a year hotline where people are able to call and talk to an actual person and ask questions about their diagnosis or ask questions about where to get the resources and services that they need. And then, of course, you know, one of the biggest things we do that we're well known for is cancer research.
Right. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that sounds like it'll be a really cool event and everyone has a chance to get involved.
Exactly. So you can, and even if you're not in Central and Eastern North Carolina, you're welcome to join us.
You know, knowledge is, I really think, how you can get started with everything. So
Absolutely.
you guys are a really informative organization as well as taking action to help with those things. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, that is going to wrap up this exciting puzzle-centric episode of the East Daily Download. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. As it turns out, everything is in except for the final few pieces here, so I thought you could join me with that adventurous, fun part of the thing here. Okay, I got one, and let's see, that one goes there, and wait a second, I don't have any more pieces. There's a hole right here. Okay, I'm feeling good about this. 1,000 pieces of this puzzle are right here. 1,000 pieces are complete. No, there we go. They're complete. That's what it looks like. So yes, very excited about this. Very excited. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another puzzle? Well, this one is for music, so that might be kind of fun. We'll do this one at home. You guys all have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us on the East Daily Download. We hope you have a terrific afternoon.
Tomorrow on the East Daily Download, we have a Veterans Voices for you. Ariana will be here with a new farm report, and Angie will be here with her Q&A with AQ. That's all tomorrow. Join us for the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.